This is Dana Diorsi from CoachWithDana.com with this week's video success strategy. And these videos are all about inspiring and empowering you to intentionally design and build your ideal business and life. So this week, I'd like to talk with you about how to make strategic decisions about which events to attend. So you probably know that there's really no shortage of events out there that you can attend. There's local networking events, conferences, workshops, national expos that you can attend. There's a number of things out there to attend, and you need to, as a business owner, you want to certainly be getting yourself out there, but you can't attend everything. So you need to be strategic about making decisions about where you're going to spend your time. So as I see it, there are really 5 reasons why you would want to attend an event, a live event. So the first is, to get potential clients. So you want to make sure that in the mix, as you're building out your event calendar for the year and marking things in, you want to make sure that you're putting things in the mix where you're fishing where the fish are, so to speak, so that you're figuring out where your ideal clients are already gathered for you and making sure you're putting yourself there. So this could be, for example, say you are someone who targets corporate women, busy corporate women. You want to research locally or nationally what are the groups that are already gathering those people for women's conferences and make sure that you're there. And if possible, if you want to sponsor or if you can speak at one of those events, all the better to get that kind of exposure. Secondly, you want to think about your strategic partnerships. So a lot of times when I'm attending, especially national events, I really go and think about what potential joint ventures could I form there, and trying to make those connections with people who also share my target market, maybe for telesummits down the road or giveaway events, or you never know how you can partner together and cross promote each other. So for example, my target market are women entrepreneurs, so I want to think about who else is targeting women entrepreneurs. So for example, for me, virtual assistants are a really great strategic partner, or web designers or bookkeepers, so people that are also reaching out to my market, but in a non-competitive way. Third, you want to think about centers of influence. So I like to think of those people who I follow myself, who are further along on the path in their business than I am, and how I can potentially get myself in front of those people. So I like to, for the people in particular that I admire, it's important for me to attend when they have a conference and, to try to get myself noticed there. And so, making sure that, if they have people coming up to the mic and answering questions or speaking or sharing, that I'm one of those people. And getting noticed. You can also bring a little gift to the event organizer just as a way for them to remember you going forward. Next, you want to, maybe you're just looking to attend an event to learn for educational reasons. So maybe you're focused on expanding your marketing this year, so you want to attend an industry marketing conference. Or maybe you're focused on, one of the things I'm focused on this year is increasing my speaking. So in the next month, I'll be attending a national event that's really focused on building your speaker business. Or maybe you are focused on creating an information product, so you're going to attend a conference or a workshop that's specifically focused on that. So really looking at what your goals are in your business this year and what skills you need to build, and making sure that you attend 1 or 2 events that will help you get those skills. And at the same time, you'll also be able to do some networking. Which brings me to my last reason for attending events, and that is just good old-fashioned networking to build referral-based business. So this certainly happens at a national level, but it happens a lot locally too. So you may in your community have groups, maybe a BNI, which stands for Business Networking International. They're all across the country, and it's the type of referral-based group where a group of people convene on a weekly basis, couldn't find that word, convene on a weekly basis, and they get to know each other. And the understanding is that as they find people that would suit the other businesses in the group, that they pass referrals along and so forth, as long as it feels like a good fit and it makes sense. So there are several groups like that out there. Like I mentioned, BNI. There's also locally where I am, there's a group called SBR, which stands for Service by Referral. But there are a number of groups out there like that. So I always recommend to my clients that they be a part of a group like that. So really what you want to do with these different 5 sort of reasons for attending live events is you want to make sure you have a mix of those in your calendar. So maybe you have a weekly networking group that you're attending and you try to do some other local events in there as well. And then you want to mix some national events in there as well. I try to hit one per quarter and really think about, what skills you're trying to learn this year, where your fish are, so where your ideal clients are hanging out, if they have any conferences, making sure you plant yourself there. And then thinking about strategic partnerships and joint ventures, and then also where your centers of influence are. So those are my tips for how you kind of go about making those strategic decisions, making sure you have a mix of those in there. And I usually target maybe 5 to 8 local events a month, and then at least 4 national events a year. So that's sort of my target. You can kind of figure out what works best for you depending on what your lifestyle and your business looks like. But I hope you liked this week's success strategy. If you did, I'd encourage you to share about it in the comments below. And until we talk again, this is Dana D'Orsi from CoachWithDana.com, encouraging you to dream bigger, play smarter, and take bold action to create most extraordinary business and life today.